off the ground. Don't run, just stay a while.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Jets going up against the Giants. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the New York Jets and their inner city rivals, the New York Giants. We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Out of the gun, Smith. It's hauled in by Devin Smith. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there. Because
looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Manning to throw on second down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. On third and long, it's Manning. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
It's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So after the INT, it's Manning. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 41 yards. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. On first down, Manning eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Jets offense making their way back onto the field, and it just really was a great all-around effort Thursday night, week 2 against the Bills for them, wasn't it?
It certainly was, and to see how the ball gets distributed from Ryan Fitzpatrick, you know, they always say there's just one football. He acted like there were at least 3 because you expect Eric Decker and Brandon Marshall to get theirs, right? Both of them got over 100 yards. But Quincy Enunwa, how about that performance? Nearly 100 yards in receptions. Fitzpatrick is dealing.
They come up in an offset eye. First carry for Matt Forte. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Smith. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Tommy Bohannon, the fullback, his intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here comes this Giants offense getting ready to take over the football. And, you know, they haven't been great. They weren't great in Week 2 against the Saints. But we mentioned earlier, they're 2-0. The defense has held up. But they've got some playmakers on offense that will certainly come around.
And Odell Beckham Jr. is going to lead the way. What do you have, 8 catches in the game on Sunday? How about Sterling Shepard, who was drafted because they were worried about Victor Cruz and his ability to come back from the injuries? Well, they got Victor Cruz back as well. So you're right. With those playmakers, I think it's just a matter of time before the Giants explode on offense.
And neat to see Cruz, first home game since 2014, but back out there looking good. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. After the interception, here's Smith. Smith catches left side. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, this is Forte. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So the carry that time for Forte, a man who turned 30 last December, Charles.
And he wants to make sure we forget about that with his new team, the New York Jets. But we do know that 30 is the dreaded age for runners.
And Forte, so experienced, more touches than anybody else in the NFL the last 8 years. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They stay on the ground. Forte again. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. They'll sneak it with Smith. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 2, and they go quarterback sneak. I know they got it. I have to believe the head coach had said, this is 4-down territory for us. We're going to try and pick it up no matter what.
I'm thinking the same thing because, sneak, you only think inches, a foot, maybe 2 full yards. That's tough to get done.
Yeah, normally 3rd and 2, that's quarterback draw, not quarterback sneak.
Now a run with Forte. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. 12 yards on the pickup. That's good for a Jets first down.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
They go play action here on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
All right, right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep. Wiley?
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book. And
with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On second down, Forte. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain. One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And our players spotlight. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see
Jennings lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Well, we certainly haven't seen many fumble returns for a touchdown in Super Bowl history, but there you go. What a play.
And just think about it. We always talk about the best playmakers make their biggest plays on the biggest stage, and there's none bigger than in the Super Bowl. Remember Von Miller?
Yep.
Strip sack? Not free. I think Malik Jackson fell out for a touchdown. We've seen different plays like that throughout the Super Bowls.
And this defense has done this all year long. Nick Folk for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And New York set to take the field. They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And New York set to take the field. Manning. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. They go screenplay with Jennings. It's a pickup of 21. And the Giants will be set up with a 1st and goal.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They'll try to run now with Jennings. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, 10. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And we had only seen 6 fumble returns for a touchdown in Super Bowl history. Now we just witnessed number 7.
Man, how about the emotion that goes into something like that? Because not only do you get that, back-to-back Super Bowls, we've had it happen now. And usually when that happens, a team takes charge of the game.
Yeah, and prior to these back-to-back years with that, Charles, we hadn't seen one since the Cowboys' James Washington did it in Super Bowl 28. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They come out 5-1. Three of them to the right side. So after the INT, it's Manning. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards. On first down, Manning. He's going to let it go again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Victor Cruz, 37 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And the defensive there, that was a battle. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a two-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Flushed out right. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it's a first down for the Jets. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Forte, the lone running back. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the big offseason signing from Miami, Olivier Vernon. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle. Maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Smith. Smith catches left side. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on first down is Manning. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Brent. And this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And New York set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up. Help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw on second down is Smith. And he's got Decker, left side. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. So as the set designers rush out here to get us ready for the spectacle to come at intermission, these two teams will head to the locker room in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Jennings. And they're going to have a third down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
7 yards remaining here on third down. Throwing is Manning on third down. Going up top. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. And with Manning. And he's got his man, Donnell. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. On first down, Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A nice gain of 21 yards. And quickly they get to the line. On first and 10, here's Manning. Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. They run again with Jennings. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Shane Vereen taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Josh Brown now for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Brown now to kick it. After the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Giants defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Geno now to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let